Hey guys, this is Koder here, and today I'm going to show you how to detect the player's rotation to the nearest degree using only 24 command blocks in Vanilla Minecraft 1.8. Now, just a bit of a warning, this video is more for the map maker than the average viewer, but if this concept interests you, feel free to keep watching and I'll begin to explain the mechanics. The previous way to detect player rotation was with 360 command blocks, one for each rotation of the player. And while that system might be a bit more diverse in its uses, this system is a lot more compact and it can still do a lot. Welcome to my explanation simulation. Now let's get started. First, we need a player. Let's rotate him to say 150 degrees. Now we're going to summon an armor stand. We'll teleport it to the player to make sure they have the same rotations. Then we create a scoreboard to hold or to keep the player's rotation. Then it gets a little complicated. We are going to add 256 to the rotation score of any armor stand that's been rotated clockwise by at least 256 degrees. As you can see, the 256 above the player is in red, which means 256 was not added to the rotation score. In other words, the armor stand has not been rotated by at least 256 degrees clockwise. After 256 is added, if in fact it is added, we are going to rotate the armor stand counterclockwise by 256 degrees using a TP command. Then we are going to repeat these steps with 128, 64, 32, 16, 8, 4, 2, and 1 degrees. After that, we have our player's rotation, except it's stored in an armor stand. So just perform a scoreboard player's operation to set the rotation score of the player to the rotation score of the nearest armor stand. Then we can safely kill our armor stand, and then we're done. Now you may be wondering, how laggy is this module? Well, let's create a new world and test. These settings seem fine. Let's create our world. Alright, we have a fresh new world here, and we are currently running at 60 frames per second, which is about optimal. Well, it is optimal, I think. So, let's find a place where we can put our command block system. Here seems pretty good. And we are going to add in our little module. Alright, here it is. Now we have to activate it. So come to the end that doesn't have a redstone block right in the end. We're going to grab this redstone block, place it in here, and it's basically going to set up the system, but it doesn't turn on the fill clock. So let's place another redstone block here, and our fill clock is on. Let me check my frame rate again. It's still 60 frames per second, but of course this would reduce with every player that's on a server. So to make sure that you don't lose too many frames per second or that your server doesn't lag too much, what you can do is alter this command here at the north end of your module. You can alter this command here to make sure the player will only summon an armor stand when certain conditions are met. Like so. And that should solve any lag problems that you might have. But what's the point of this system? Well, you can detect the difference in rotation between two entities, which means you can sort of detect whether two entities are facing each other. So, if me and this creeper have almost the same rotation, then we're facing in the same direction. Which means if I hit that creeper, it's facing away from me. So you could set up a little system using this system that will allow you to do more damage when you hit an enemy from behind, or have some different form of interaction when you interact with an entity from a different side. Wow, this is taking a while. There we go. Well, that brings us to the end of the video. Because this system is not much use on its own, I will not be providing a one command. However, I will provide download links to both the world and an MC Edit schematic for it that you can do whatever you like with. As usual, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.